Hello everybody, welcome back to Amnesia, the machine for pigs, or something like that. I don't understand why it's called that, but we're gonna continue where we last left off. And hope it goes well. Okay. Wow, okay, we're literally right where I last left off. Where we last left off, I had made it to the factory, and we are about to enter the factory, hopefully. Shutting all the windows, because I want it to be nice and warm in here.
These men, Professor, these so-called men of vision, they would shackle the masses to a wheel and turn it till their backs break. All for that opiate, the lure of profit. These fools who lackey them, these priests, these officials, this government. They make pigs of us all.
But what solution, my dear man? How to break a cycle? You cannot simply remove the promise of a better world for these unfortunates. In the workhouses, in the orphanages, belief in heaven is surely the only succor one can find.
We do not need to wait. We can bring forth paradise now. We can speed the passion. With only a small sacrifice, we can hold the apocalypse. With just a small sacrifice, we can free our shackles and deliver them to paradise now.
I get a lot of messages, from the butcher to, the pigs, to him calling him, the government officials pigs. There's just a lot going on here. Just wacky. And these aren't Tesla lights. Are they on the neon lights or something? I can't remember what they're called. I wish I did. It's working again! It's not working again? Weird choice, but alright. That's moving. Should it be moving? I don't think so. I expected me not to jump over the boxes, and I chose to jump over the boxes. Something about this game that makes me sad is, I can't move everything like I used to be able to. For some reason. I'm not sure why. But, I used to be able to move, bottles and such. Also, is there a truck? There is one. What was it? Who was driving it, though? It's the ceiling fan. I'm sorry. Give me a moment. Don't laugh at me. Each component is ergonomically designed with a feed-through at one end, so that the product naturally settles into position, ready for stunning arms to connect to the skulls. We use the natural static charge built up by the friction of the carts against the belt to build an electrical charge, which is contained within the glass vacuum canister at the side of the stunning arm mechanisms, and delivered along the stun arms via copper cobbling. We've observed that the artificial lightning contained within these canisters seems to calm the product further. Post-stunning, the line tilts sharply to the vertical, the physical, which the tips the stunned product upwards to fall directly onto the hook of the bleeding line. The hook passes normally through the hunch or thigh of the product, and from this point we dispense with the belt and instead instigate the channeler floor, which creates a funneling, allowing blood and byproduct excretions to collect and run before the connection.
Hear me, Mandus. I am compromised. Our contacts must be brief and occasional. Beware the wretches who populate this compound. The way you seek is under the pistons. When you meet the saboteur, you will understand everything.
Okay. Your point? What is your point? Okay, so it is like a butchery. Like I getting mixed signals here. Butchery, meat. There's like so many ways that the machine of pigs is dispersing in. I just angered something. My bad. Did not mean to do that. Do I have any new journals? No. Why do I have to crouch? Ooh, there's stuff burning in there. Interesting. A piston control room. Wow, I would have never thunk that perhaps there was a piston control room. I can't throw that. Throw that with physics, though. And then turn it on with nothing in it. Put new coal in it. And then turn it on, probably. I don't know. I don't know why I have access to this. I put me in it. I want to burn too. That actually worked? Was I supposed to do that? I don't know what I just did, but I did it. So I guess that's cool. Stop. Are your furnaces fueled? Okay, so I fueled those. Okay, so we're good. We have those fueled. That's not good. That looks like it was an important part to something. That's blood on that sledgehammer. That's never good. Oh, they're not fueled. There's more there's no more furnaces here that need to be turned on. Five and 6 are back there, but you're burning. Six is not burning. That'll be enough. Really? It won't be? It was enough for the one that I had. That one's already burning. We're good on that one. Entry in under pistons machinery is at rest. Got a journal note out of that. Ooh, Lily's arms made of steel. Lily's arms are silent. Pistons are silent. The plant is at rest. I must poke the hornet's nest to open my way. I fear the scale of these edges suggests a far greater works than is visible from the surface, so my friend must be corrected, and a larger part of this planet is underground. We are close to the Thames. No wonder the flooding is such a risk. The fires are stoked, assuming the same architect is responsible here as the chemical plant. I surmise that the centralized control system regulates and operates the pistons. It should be a simple matter of finding it and hoping the saboteur relented after simply extinguishing the flames. Who knows? We're about to go find out. Or we're about to get stabbed in the back. One of the two. Also, that pig mask wasn't there before, or at least I don't think it was. Anyways, these are on. For chunk. Did I do a good or a bad? I don't know what I did. I don't know what I did, and I don't like it. Oh, it's shut behind me. Of course it did. I'm not slightest bit terrified. No. Oh, the one behind me just shut, didn't it? I don't know what's here, but I'm genuinely terrified. I don't know if I have to deal with a threat now or what. There it is. Whatever that is, it's there. I see it now. Oh, it's right there. I think I'm where I need to be. I don't really know. But that was sketchy is all it could be. The descent continues. What do the dark voices instruct me to do? Under the pistons, into the tunnels, and onto the bilge pumps? And if the doors should be locked, I will have to find another means of descent. I cannot trust him, but my path is set. I shall ignore those noises. That's sniffling. Snuffling. Those snuffling steps below me. I will brave whatever lurks beneath. I will save them. Okay. The crate arrived this morning, and I had delivered directly to the workshop. The body is remarkably preserved, although there is a subtle yet nauseating stench of damp and rot. It is humanoid in shape, but it has suffered severe skeletal deformity. Remnants of the leather straps encase the torso, which is deformed, with evidence of substance. I cannot speak. Substantial muscle mass and displacement. It is difficult to ascertain whether this unfortunate is the what? It's the unfortunate is the recipient of some barbarous surgery, or was born deformed in an attempt to force his gnarled body into some semblance of humanity was made. What he is, I cannot tell, but I smell the orb upon him, and suspect my great-uncle's presence in his curious condition. So it can be done. We can reshape the body into a tool, accelerate the process of Mr. Darwin's evolution, but here my great-uncle and I part company. He chose men as the subject of his experiments, but men are difficult to control and rotten with sentimentally. No, we require a new creature for our clever, strong, and easily saved. So he chose men and terrorized men in order to get what he wants. Did they, switch to pigs or something, perhaps? Maybe. I don't know. I feel like that's definitely what happened. I don't feel like being down here is the smartest decision on the planet. They can't be here. Every time the lights... I think I've learned that every time the lights flicker, it means they're nearby. No way this is where I'm supposed to go. I'm supposed to go down here, aren't I? The boxes are telling me. I just knew it, I guess. In the nest of eggs, Therapiny and Sixpence, sparrows and doves, see all the angles a weeping above. There's no more forgiving, there's no more to save. For today, darling, Lily goes into her grave. What? Why? Did I actually get an achievement there? I really hope I didn't. It didn't, okay. We're still in it. Normally when that happens, I passed a section. I was gonna be like, bro, really? I mean, I'm getting Outlast vibes. It's happened in Outlast 2. Not like this, though. It was more like a doctor peeking in. It's more like the doctor peeking in, but, you know. I want to know my journal more. Bruised and battered, but alive. I have survived the saboteur's best efforts. He and I are now locked in an epic struggle. In an epic struggle! But I am driven to find my family, and I will prevail. Ignore the madness about me. I do not consider what cruel and unspeakable acts have been committed here. Find the way to the Belge, drain the flood, free my children.
Quickly, Mantis. Find the entrance nearby. The children weep in the darkness, and the flood waters continue to rise.
Okay. I don't like it here. In order to facilitate assimilation of tissue groups, a compound is required. Our cells will not bond. Disposal of non-bonded subjects must be immediate in using incineration, or we risk continuous animation without form. This is unpleasant. A simple compound of 1 part Brennenberg infusion vita to 1 part organ monade disparal fluid is sufficient. This can then be administered intravenously to subjects following reassembly to maintain bonding. The compound is unstable and highly light reactive. Once in the body, the Schumann lamp can be used to activate the compound, but outside the body is highly corrosive. It can even destroy small quantities of metal. I guess we're gonna have to craft that in order to get to the thingy, aren't we? Wherever we need to go. We need to find the compounds and the stuff and craft it together. And bada bing, bada bop, we'll be good to go. But I don't have an inventory system, so I don't know how they're gonna do that. Needs access. This is clearly another passage beyond a locked gate. It seems that I have a choice of approach. The padlock is old but firm, and after that fall, I cannot summon the strength to break it open. Perhaps I can find another way. Yeah, I know that other way. It's being the inner chemist in me and fixing it, and then building a bomb. That is exactly what we're going to do. I don't know why that popped in my head, but that's what's gonna happen. Those are some eyeglasses. I want them. Oh my god, what are we doing? It's some form of bizarre mixing device for chemical compounds, and it positively leaks of foul fluids I've seen too often before. It's clearly a compound, some volatile bastard of 2 composite ingredients. I should wager I should find them close by. Where? Why? Oh, hi. Hello. Am I hallucinating like an Amnesia? I feel like that's exactly what's going on. I'm just hallucinating. Thank you. Inflamed it is, burning it does, bleeding from each hole, fore and aft, leaking down my legs, blood and excrement. My lungs are in my vomit. I pass clots of my organs now onto the filthy stone. Drink this, he says. I did drink it. I did do that. And because of the changes, they ripple inner me. My teeth sneeze out and shatter like mice in the dark. I cannot find them all. Gather what I can, push them back into my gray gums with my fingers, but the nails are all whippy and falling out. Drink it, he says. It'll help the running of the fever, because not us all can take the change. On the other table, a beast under a blanket. I never wanted to see under that, but he drank it too. He passed it under the blanket, and I heard it drink. Dear God Almighty, how can a man still live? Kerchunk. Take that back to... Uh-oh. Am I in a chase sequence? I shut it. Is that enough? That door slammed so fast. And that wasn't me. So...
It fell onto his hands and they eroded in front of me. To stumps. To stumps. Next time we will use an equal mix of infusion vitae and orgone disperser. No, just take him out. You can dump him in the river for all I care.
Okay. Oh, okay. I just chunk that into place, I guess. Alrighty. Concerned with what I'm getting myself into. Hello. Teddy bear. A note, in fact. Took delivery of another batch of imbeciles today. They are the surest specimens of humanity I have ever seen. No one asks where they go to. The authorities of Bedlam are simply happy to reduce the overcrowding in their teeming, stinking halls. We measure their skulls, check their teeth. We give them latinum to pacify them. They wait in line, livestock, dull brown eggs, and filthy skin. Many soil themselves as they wait. Into the manipulator they file in silence. I hear the hissing of gas. I hear the dull groaning as teeth are removed, as bones are reset. I hear the pigs screaming. We've removed all of the mirrors after the process. It is their reflection that troubled them the most afterwards. When they sleep, I walk amongst them, my children. I whisper to their dreams. You are my children now. I have children once again. Your forms imperfect will be the engines to make our own blood flow again. What the world? So they're not using government people.
Over there. Place it in the corner. What? You think I speak Prussian? Do I look like an inbred hog, sir? Who gives a damn what it contains? Just set it down carefully and leave me be.
They're testing on like actual people, but like, okay, but like I still don't understand fully. Like I went from like a butcher to like experimenting on to hating governmental people and being a butcher to hating or to then testing on people. Hi. Why are you patrolling those areas particularly? Ow! He just punched me and then let me be. Okay.
The lift has been sabotaged. You will have to find another way to the tunnels. Take care in this place, Mandus. It is the crucible of the evil that stalks these corridors.
I'm aware of that. That's what I've been doing, is working on my other way out of here. Oh, there was a different set of stairs, I think. I don't know. This door seems locked, though. Yeah, it's locked. There's no way that's what I'm looking for, right? I don't want to send it. Like, if I send it and I'm wrong, then I don't win, right? I don't even get to see it. It's going. Get cranked. I can't even put another one in. I guess that was the right one. Tight corridors? I don't like it. Hi, kids. That's pretty bloody for a vent. I'm running away. More experiments with Compound X. Took the dog and injected it with the citronime. After the expected convulsions and spasming, it died just after midnight. I immersed the body in a large tank of Compound X and introduced an alternate current via induction coil for a period of 3.5 minutes. Partial return was induced, however, damage incurred prior to death was retained upon revival, meaning the dog continued to the acute state of citrine poisoning until I put a bullet in its skull. But drowning? Perhaps yes. It is after all known to be the kindest of suicides. If one were to drown, replace the fluids in the lungs with Compound X, which should theoretically be possible as a revival method. So basically, he poisoned it with Compound X. Or no, he just straight up poisoned it, killed it, and then dunked it in Compound X, revived it, and then it was suffering from the poisoning, but it was alive. Congratulations, you have just earned yourself the worst type of torture to ever exist. That just looped around. Oh, okay. I just dropped? Okay. Oh, and I'm back! Okay, cool. We do a little bit of a chunk. And then we should just turn it on, right? How do I turn it on, though? I don't know what I'm doing, but... this is the compound I need to then break the lock. Which I will go do. Should be. Just go chunk, and it's gone. Okay, we need a lamp. Okay, so where do we get the lamp? Oh, the lamp! Oh! I see. I thought I would read that correctly. Bink! I got flashbang, but that's cool. I just drop? I do. I do just drop. This leaking world, and the redundance seems to be taking over the garden by the wall. I could dig them for you? No. No, get out. Get out of this house. You leave them be. Ouch. Ouch. Was that the end of the, is that not the end of the chapter? How much further do we need to go? Jiminy Christmas, what in the world? Alright, I thought that was the end. I normally do this chapter by chapter, but that wasn't the end, I'm assuming. Naturally, once bled, this product must be scalded, dishaired, and scrapped ready for the gambroling and ascension for this. We pass them through the steam reserve, which is kept at a consistent temperature by passing excess high pressure venting from the engines via the boiler and a series of large copper pipes into a stone chamber just below the workhouse. At the center of the machine, there is a component that must be kept at consistent low temperature, which controls operations of the processing of the product throughout the system. Alongside this, refrigeration is of utmost importance in retaining product quality. It also requires heat to be removed from certain areas of the machine. Two problems are therefore combined into one single solution: the removal of heat from some areas and the requirement for increased heat in others. Conducting panels draw heat from using the principle of convection regulated by the boiler and sending freezing air along one set of the pipes in one direction and superheated vapors in another. Okay.
Isn't it dangerous allowing this filthy discharge to collect so close to the core?
We can use the flow to drive the turbines. There will always be a torrent of excreta flooding through these tunnels. We can use this to supplement the steam production and ensure constancy.
God, the stench! This fecal matter is the true product of the age.
Huh. I keep checking to see if I got a new achievement, and it's telling me I didn't, which is strange. I don't know how far in the game I've gotten, but oh well. My mysterious friend is correct. The sewers are indeed flooded. To descend further, I will have to find the local sludge pumps to drop the water level. The smell is almost unbearable. It makes me gag. Why should the saboteur have flooded the tunnels, though? What did he hope to achieve? I don't know. Don't tell me the water monster is here. That it makes a return. My lights aren't flashing, so I assume I'm good. Huh. Note. Some of the older forms have breached their containment area and escaped the sewers. They remind me of my limitations. This is no Kelm, and I am no... I don't know how to pronounce that. At least, not quite yet. It is the heat generated from keeping the doorway between open that is to blame. You cannot simply pack them about with coolant as we do at the center where the doorway is. Later versions are kept safe by freezing temperatures of those towers. Up here, where the air is hot and fitted, they become overheated, and their duality tears them asunder. As the other place flies from their cells and their vital splinters, they live sportically? Torn from one world to the other and back, again in a violent, unpredictable bursts. For a few seconds, they are creatures of the world, and then they are torn away and cease to have physical form. The vicious ripping back and forth between worlds has driven them quite insane. I have ordered the affected area sealed and will not allow my local workers to enter. These are damned places now, the abode of failed experiments, ghosts of fears of spite. That was one.
Faster, Mandus. Drain the waters. Open the way to the bilge pumps. We are waiting for you.
We are waiting for you? Color me a bit concerned when you say that. He's nearby. Where am I? I would like to know where I'm at. Am I back at the starting area? I am back at the starting area. I don't care.
But we can save them. We can set them free. We can replace a rotten old world with a clean new one. Mr. Landis, you sound every bit the fanatic.
Well, how can I be otherwise, Professor? How can any man of ethics simply stand by and watch this world drown in its own excrement?
And your engineer, this visionary with whom you have embarked upon this course, does he share your views?
Indeed he does. Indeed he does. The poor fellow has seen it all before. Now, this is not the first great civilization he has wept for.
And so you set about things immediately upon your return?
Naturally. These things cannot be left to rot upon the tree. And sponsors were remarkably easy to find. I tell you, Professor, a trail of greed brings rich men to your door like pigs to truffles.
This is all interesting. I'm gonna go this way, thank you. And as I said, look, my darling, can you see it? And they said, yes, Daddy, yes, we see it. A tall, withered cap of a steep-sided pyramid, so like those of Egypt, stone falling away from the summit, vines crawling about and intertwining, the Stoko serpents that thrive about the steps, a palpable sense of stillness, a weight of forgotten, and this is where the king sat, and this is where the priests live. This is the house of the dead, and here where the sun strikes, this is where they threw the hearts that were not consumed. No, my darlings, they most certainly were not savages. You see, they believed that the sky could fall on their heads, and they truly, truly believed that offering blood was the only way of stopping this from happening. Perhaps, my darling, perhaps they were mistaken altogether, or perhaps their tragedy was they could simply not spill blood enough to prevent the sky from falling upon them. My journal has been written. That's done it. Now I can enter the strange decontamination chamber once again and move onwards. The waters are pushed back, making the way to Belge clear, where I can find and divert the remainder of this filthy turret back to the Thymes where they belong and clear the path to certain machinery. Hello.
That's it, Papa. I'm so near now.
I get the fun part of doing this again. I have arrived on the other end. Dude, that pig looked like he big. Oh, there's two of them. Are they communicating? They are not communicating. In fact, that one just got beaten. Oh, that's even worse. Why are they all eating at the same table? Why are they like civilized in some way? Dear God, a whole nest of these foul creatures, no mind. My instincts have drawn me thus far, and I am sure somewhere in this dank complex is a means of further descent. I will not see their faces as they go about their dark business, and yet I watch them sleep and eat and play. They are so very human, so very childlike, and I will not think of what I have seen of the chairs and the cages. I will not think of how much such monsters may be sculpted. We are in the heart of it now. This is good. Oh my God. That is the weirdest thing. You can't see through any of them but that one. I can't tell if there's just a dead one in there or not. There's another one just chilling there. This is weird. Oh, there's a jail for them too. I'm sorry? They're just stuck behind bars, I guess. As I further my descent, I guess. Where am I now? Did my game just crash? It froze. It froze for some reason. And it crashed. Yeah, it crashed. Wow, it crashed. Okay, that was a bit rude, wasn't it? Do I want to go back and see where it left me? I think I'm good. I don't know why I didn't get another achievement, but oh well, I've progressed a lot. We'll find out where I left off last time, because for some reason the game crashed. If you got suggestions for what we would play, please leave it down in the comment section below. Amnesia the Machine of Pigs is an interesting little game. I like playing through these games, as you can tell. Just to see what it has to say, because, you know, there's a lot of games out there that have a lot of things to say, and I'm playing through one of them right now. And in the meantime, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.